Hi, John Maxwell here. On July 4th, my father passed away. And what I'm going to do is share with you a tribute to my dad. And it's the lessons that he taught me. He lived for 98 years and 8 months. The second lesson that my father taught me, this is a faith lesson, but this is an incredible teaching, is he taught me to pray without ceasing. In other words, continually pray. I shared with you earlier that many of the lessons my father taught me were more his actions than his words. And this is one of them for sure, that if you grew up around my father, Melvin Maxwell, one thing that you very quickly caught was that he had an ongoing conversation with God. And I love that phrase, ongoing conversation with God. You see, a lot of my faith friends, they would set aside time, which I think is good, to spend with God. And my father said, that's good, son. But he said, why would you just take a little bit of time and just spend it with him when, in honesty, you could spend all day with him? He never leaves you. He never forsakes you. He sticks closer to you than a brother. He always is ready to hear you, listen to you, minister to you, add value to you. So he said, John, just have an ongoing conversation with him. My father taught me to make prayer instead of something that is formal and something that maybe has a box or a place. He just taught me to talk to God. Sentence prayers, not long. In fact, many times as my father would walk around the house, he would just say things like, God, I just really appreciate how you're helping me today. And I would just listen to him, and then he would move on to something else. And those sentence prayers throughout the day shared with me and showed me that he did something with what one of the old saints, Thomas à Kempis, would say. He practiced the presence of God. I learned to do that. And I can tell you that is the greatest spiritual asset in my life. I have ongoing, continual conversations with God. Not formal, not long, not complicated, just from my heart. Where I am, what I'm thinking, what I'm seeing, what I'm encountering at that moment. And I have found great spiritual relief and developed great spiritual muscle in just knowing that he's right beside me. And by the way, he's right beside you too. In fact, I have had many of my wonderful friends who, some of them don't even believe in God, and they'll say, well, you mean he's beside me? Yeah, he's beside you. See, he's beside you whether you believe in him or not. It's like I told one of my one of my favorite atheist friends. I just said, I know you don't believe in God, but you sure do miss him, don't you? Of course you miss him. You were created to know him. You were created to spend time with him. And my father teaching me to pray without ceasing, invaluable in my spiritual journey with him. It's a lesson that I'll carry with me all my life. It's a lesson he taught me, but now, today, it's a lesson that I live.